For those that don't want to watch this entire review and just want to know what I think straight away, this was a good film, but welcome back to another Chatterbox film review. Now, today I'm going to go and watch Pushpa, and I'm excited. Yesterday I got to see Spider-Man, and that was mind-blowing. Boom! But today is all about Pushpa, baby. So let's book the ticket and let's go on this journey. Right. So, Ilford Cineworld. Let's book. All right, I'm going to go straight up for the. I'm going to go for the 8 o'clock showing. Right, let me look for a good seat. I want to be in amongst the action. All right, so I'm going to choose. Yeah. Confirm seat. £10. All right. Brilliant. Now I booked my ticket. Woo! All right. Finally at the cinema. Ready to see a little bit of Pushpa. Yeah. This is pay. Now I got my nachos, I got my drink. Now I'm about to go and see Arjun.
Ambade 50.
It is strong, Sheelavati.
Answer.
Ready? Kubraj garu, Sheelavati, stronger on the.
Now, I've just come back straight from watching Pushpa, and you know what? I'm slightly buzzing from what I've just seen. I walked into the cinema with no expectations. Yes, I'd seen the trailer, I'd seen the teaser, but I've learned from Indian cinema, until you actually watch the film, everything else can be misleading. I knew it was 178 minutes long, and I was ready for Pushpa Part 1. So this is my review, and this is as brutally honest as I can be. I heard a few people say, this is not as good as KGF. And you know what, straight up, this is not as good as KGF, not because of Allu Arjun's performance, but purely because of the storyline. KGF had a better storyline, but that does not say that Pushpa was a bad movie. It was a good movie, but KGF was just better. I'd say it was a really good film. Now, let me just say straight off, for those that don't know anything about the film. Now, I'm not going to go and spoil the story for you, especially if you haven't watched it. Pushpa The Rise Part 1 is a 2021 Indian Telugu language action drama film written and directed by Sukumar. The film stars Allu Arjun and the legend Fadil Fasil. This film was released on the 17th of December 2021, and I've just had an opportunity to go and watch it. First, I have to commend the director. One of the things that I thought was amazing what the director did was how he made such a dry subject, such as red sander smuggling, so entertaining. There was a scene where logs were floating down the river and they were trying to evade the police. And I thought that was a fantastic scene that just had me gripped and it had me on the edge of my seat. I was like, hey, I'm so used to seeing drug smuggling, but he was able to deliver. And what he did with the script, I thought was commendable. Yes, I thought the script could have been better, but I thought the director did a good job. Now, if you're an Allu Arjun fan, you will not be disappointed with this film. There's no element of this you will be disappointed. The movie was tailored for you. He stole the show in every single scene that he was in. The thing about it, I can't believe how much this movie made me laugh. I was there and I was cracking up every 5 minutes. His dialogue, even though it was cheesy at times, it was funny and he delivered it so well. It was well timed. I kept looking at him on screen and constantly admiring the makeup, how they gave him that rustic look and how he embodied the character. I thought Allu Arjun was fantastic and I could have watched him even longer. But hey, I am a big Allu Arjun fan, so this was perfect for me. I thought he was great. This film was a clear film about the rise of the underdog. If I had to fault anything, as I said before, it would be the script. I would have liked to have seen the antagonists exploit some of Pushpa's weaknesses, but they never seem to have done that. Pushpa just seemed to have kept on rising, 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 and he never seemed to kind of fear anything. He just took one hurdle after another, which is great because I like seeing Allu Arjun conquer everything. But I would have liked to have seen a few twists and turns, something unexpected. That wasn't there. That was a slight letdown for me. But again, as I said, I did enjoy seeing Pushpa on screen. I love seeing the chemistry between Pushpa and his right-hand man. They were funny. The banter between them was amazing and I really enjoyed it. One of the things that I didn't think worked within the film was female representation. I thought that they could have developed the females a little bit more, especially Shrivelly scene with Pushpa. It felt a little bit forced, but then it did lead to one of the best scenes within the film where he had to fight for her honor. The choreography throughout the whole film was fantastic in terms of the fighting and the dance routines and any chases. I thought that was fantastic. And you have to commend the people that put all that hard work into it. I found myself getting up in the cinema and vibing and cheering and shouting, and some of the cinema goers looking at me and going, "Who is this strange dude doing this?" I thought that was amazing. The cinematography had me gripped. I love the sway of the camera in between the plethora of props and the slow-mos gliding through leave action scenes. It didn't look tacky. It was extremely soothing. And you know what? The way how they filmed the fight scenes, it was something special for anyone who was an Allu Arjun fan. We enjoyed every single moment of that. The score music, I really enjoyed it. Something felt a little bit off with some of the sounds in some of the scenes, but you know what? Overall, I love the score music and I love some of the dance scenes and the music for the dance scenes. I was like, wow, I like this. And because I had seen some of the music videos, I kind of had a connection with some of the tracks that were being played, and I really enjoyed it. Another person I waited for the whole film was Fadil Fasil. I was wondering, is he actually in this film? Is he actually in this film? 2 hours went by and he still hadn't appeared, and then he came on screen. And when he came on screen, there was one scene that I thought, you know what? He actually stole that scene from Allu Arjun. He just has that presence. And it was great seeing two great actors on screen. And together they were fantastic. His character's first encounter with Pushpa was intense, and I just loved it. I didn't want it to end. The ending was intense. It did take a little bit of a weird turn at the end, and I was like, where's this direction going? But I gather they're building up a cliffhanger for part two. But you know what? I'm unsure how they can make part two better because it felt like everything was in this first movie. So they're going to have to introduce a lot of new things in order to make this a lot better. I know there might be characters that want to have revenge on Pushpa, but this was a really solid film. And out of 5, I would give this a 4. This was easily a 4. As I've said, if the script was better and it was developed a little bit more, I would have given this more, but this is a solid 4 movie. Now, There's so many scenes within this that I really enjoyed. And even though it was slow pace at time, it didn't feel like a drag. I enjoyed it. I enjoyed it. And you know what? I would certainly recommend this film to anybody that wants to go and see it. This was my review on Pushpa. You might totally disagree. You might have seen it and gone, this guy doesn't know what he's talking about. This is the greatest film ever. Or you might say, this film is a pile of garbage. I want to hear your feedback. I will be reading the comments and I want to see what you think about the film. I've just come back straight from the cinema and I've given you my honest review, just straight up, boom. This is what I think. But please come back at me. I want to hear from you, the subscribers, because you are the ones that matter. So please let me know. And do not forget to like, subscribe, and share. And that was it for now. Peace. Bye.